something, some points of yesterday we will repeat. Before that, we have to chant Shanti Path. पश्येमाक्षभिर्यजत्राः स्थिरैरङ्गैस्तुष्ट्वागुं स्वस्तनूभिर्विषेमदेवहितं यदायुः स्वस्ति न इन्द्रो वृद्धश्रवाः पूषा विश्ववेदाः स्वस्ति नस्तार्क्ष्यो अरिष्टनेमिः स्वस्ति नो बृहस्पतिर्दधातु शांति शांति शंकरं शंकराचार्यं केशवं सूत्रभाष्य कृतौ वंदे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः ओम शांति शांति शांति. The Turiya, he says, is imperishable, all-pervading. He is the Lord capable of destroying the sorrow. For his realization leads to cessation of all sorrows. And Vishwatejasa, nature of non-apprehension and misapprehension. In both these states, though we feel the presence of Atman, we actually don't experience the consciousness because it is mixed with the body and mind. And the prajna cause, it is non-apprehension only. Because he is in deep sleep, there is no possibility of misapprehension. He is not in dream or in waking state. He is in sleep. That's why he is not experiencing the presence of consciousness because of the ignorance, we can say. And the fourth one, the Turiya is all seer, sarvadrik. That is why non-apprehension, etc. are not there in it. Non-apprehension also is there. No misapprehension. Agraha, anyathagraha. Both are not there. And non-cognition is common to prajna and turiya. Again he says. Prajna and turiya. In prajna, the mind is not there, which experiences. And the turiya is the seer of all. So to experience it. So he says, non-cognition is common to prajna and turiya. Prajna is possessed of sleep, but not turiya. Turiya never sleeps. Even, say, the prana, which is the effect of turiya, that also never sleeps. That you know well. Even when sleeping, prana is working. It is getting all the power from the Atma. So when the effect is so much of capability, what to talk of the cause? But not Turiya. Visva and Tejasa are associated with the dream and sleep. Visva and Tejasa are associated with the dream and sleep, he says. Are I am waking up, you are telling. You are sleeping in Visva. What you are talking? Then he says, the sleep is tattva apratibodha, non-apprehension of the reality. That is the sleep. Completely merged in ignorance. Only feeling the body consciousness. That's why he says, Visva is sleep. And Tejasa, there you experience one thing for the other. Instead of experiencing Atman, you experience the worldly impressions in dream. That's why he says, Visva and Tejasa are associated with the dream and sleep. Up to this, we have covered yesterday. And now, I think we have to go to page 340. Both. You see, Swapana Nidra Yuto Adyav. Adyav, Visva and Tejasa. The first two, see the translation in 339. The first two, namely Visva and Tejasa, are associated with the dream and sleep. But then you say, Visva is waking state. How you call it sleep? That is, you are ignorant of the consciousness. That's why we say it is sleep. The knowers of Brahman do not see both these in Turiya, since these are opposite to Turiya. What they don't see? That is, na nidram naiva swapnam. Turiye pashyanti nishitaha. They don't see the sleep or the dream in Turiya. Since those are opposite to Turiya like darkness to the sun, therefore Turiya is said to be not conditioned by the states of cause and effect. Prajna is the cause and waking and dream is the effect. These two things are not there in Turiya. It is beyond cause and effect. And this is in the individual. But in the combined state, Ishvara is the cause. And from there, the Sutratman, Hiranyagarbha, Antaryami, Virat, all these gods, all the creation is the effect. So that cause is due to illusion as the object. Because he takes the support. He is not the doer. He is not the enjoyer. So just he takes the support. and starts creating. So, he is called the bija or cause. And the other things are effect. These two things are not there in Brahman, are in your Atma. See, because it is not a doer, it is not attached to anything, it is bliss absolute. That is why. Now he says, Kada turiye nishchito bhavati. So you should very carefully, you should hear this particular topic. Now is being said, when one gets established in Turiya. That is our goal. So he asks, because of the cause or the, say, agent, there are anyatha grahana and agrahana. Misconception and non-conception, we can say, apprehension. But these misconceptions are due to the agent or because of the attachment of the agent. Whereas in deep sleep, you are giving up the consciousness or say the attachment with the gross body as well as with the subtle body. You go to sleep. You are not attached to your gross body or subtle body, mind, etc. You are given. When you are having even a little feeling for these two things, then you will not get sleep. See. And the sleep is due to the cover of ignorance. Sleep is due to the cover of ignorance. That ignorance is not there in Turiya, in the Atman, in Brahman. So I say again and again, if you are able to experience the happiness of sleep in waking state, you are in Samadhi. Waking state, there is no ignorance. You are waking and you are experiencing the same happiness which you have felt in deep sleep, which you have experienced. There, the cover of ignorance is there. Here, that has been removed because of the purity of the mind and the concentration. Now is being said, when one gets established in Turiya, Anyatha grahanatah swapno nidra tattvam ajanatah viparyase tayo kshine turiyam padam asnute. Anyatha grahanatah, that is, thinking a rope as snake, anyatha grahanatah. And it is imaginary, appearance, that is all right, it is a appearance. This is a regular experience in day-to-day life. Is it not? But we are having so many relations with the relatives, so many types of bondages. They are all imaginary, only just a belief. He is my son, she is my wife, he is my friend. Nobody is for nobody. So he says, the relationship that you are maintaining also is imaginary. Is it only belief? We see near the Atlantis, while going for walk, huh? Some woman they caught hold of, huh? Dressed nicely, and a man, oh, you are married. Now you are both boyfriend, husband. So after few days, some quarrel. Why? When you have accepted, why you are rejecting? No, in my mind, I don't feel that. No, I don't like. See? So the imagination depends on your mind. I like, I don't like. Is it not? So, anyatha grihnataha. Again, if you go to the absolute state, there is only one thing that you are not grasping. You are grasping something else for something. That's why I say anyatha grihnataha. Swapno nidra. Both the dream and sleep. Tattvam ajanataha. Tat is Brahman. Tattvamasi, Tat, Brahma, Atma. Tattvam is nature. You have not experienced the nature of Brahman or Atma. That is why. And viparyase tayo kshine. Now, just this false notion, if they come to an end, anyatha grahanataha tattvam ajanataha. Experiencing one thing for other and not knowing one's own self. These two. You will get rid of these two things, you are released. You are established in Turiya. So, dream belongs to him who perceives wrongly. Sleep to him who knows not reality. That is why they say the actual aspirants, the sages, they don't sleep in night time. Yanisha sarvabhutanam sanisha pasito mune. Even it comes in Gita. In two ways they explain. They wake up in the night, one thing, or they are completely detached to the worldly things. In that they are sleeping. Not worried about anything. When the false notion of these two comes to an end, the state of Turiya is attained, he says. So it is all imaginary, it is only belief, it is a false notion. Only in relative plane. Everything is happening in the relative plane. Even we see the birds. Birds, when after hatching, they do protect the young ones. But one, when they are able, they throw away from the nest. It goes also. They are not having any attachment. And especially one is called cuckoo, and another is crow. So the cuckoo is very intelligent. It never constructs a nest. So it lays its eggs on the crow's nest. And this poor crow thinks that they are all my eggs and hatches them. And when he wanted to teach something, this sound, then immediately she throws away. So far it has hatched, it is brought up, daily feeding, but it makes a different sound, then it just throws it away. No, you are not mine. But even if they are its own eggs, they are brought up, but as soon as they are able to, say, take they can fly, they can get their own food, then no relation, no more relation. That's why he says, these are all false notions, he says. Swapna jagaritayor anyatha rajvam sarpaiva grahanatah tvam swapno bhavati. See, the waking and dream states, in both the places, this non-perception is there. Anyatha grahanam. Anyatha. Or seeing for one thing for other. Atasmin tad buddhi. In all the, say, in all the times, past, present and future, a rope can never become a snake. Snake is not there on the rope, but he sees false appearance. That's why he says, Rajvam sarpeva grahanata tattvam swapno bhavati. He says, he sees the reality falsely. And another wonderful thing is, you never think that I am a seer, I am the witness. Simply you say, I am seeing. The moment you think that you are the witness, detachment comes, dispassion comes. But we are so much accustomed. Nidra tattvam ajanataha. What is sleep? Simple, the ignorance. You don't see or experience the consciousness. Ajanataha trishvapi avastashu tulya. That is, not experiencing the consciousness is equal in all the three states, waking, sleep and dream. Swapna nidrayoho tulyatvat visvatejasor ekarasitvam. The dream and sleep, here sleep means ignorance. That is why the Visva and Tejasa are put in one group. What is there? Seeing falsely, having false notions, and not experiencing the consciousness. Anyatha grahana pradhanya gunabhuta nidrayati tasmin viparyasa swapnaha. During dream and waking, when a man perceives the reality falsely, seeing a snake in a rope, it is the state of dream. Sleep, possessing the characteristic of non-apprehension of reality, is common to all the three states. Then, anyatha grahana pradhanachya gunabhuta nidra tasmin viparyasa swapnaha. Vishwa and Tejas are treated as belonging to one sphere. Dream and sleep are common features in both. In these two states, owing to the predominance of wrong perception, that is Vishwa and Tejas, is of secondary importance, and therefore there exists contrary in the form of dream in that state. Anyatha grahana pradhanascha, owing to the predominance of wrong perception, anyatha grahana. Gunabhuta is secondary importance. Gunabhuta. Nidra, that is sleep. In these two states, sleep is of secondary importance. Which are the two? The Vishwa and Tejas. Tritiyetu sthane, that is why he said the third. But in the third state, that means he is speaking of the first two states. In this sentence, in these two states means Vishwa and Tejas. Sleep is secondary. Sleep, ignorance. Owing to the predominance of wrong perceptions, he is the seer and he thinks, I am seeing. He becomes one with the objects. But in the third state, sleep is the only contradiction consisting in the non-apprehension of reality. What is there in the sleep? Just opposite experience, contrary, not the real. Tattva ajnana lakshanam. That means he don't know himself, he don't know Brahman. Simply ignorance. Here in dream means he has given a footnote. This calls for attention. Two states of waking and dream are treated as dream state by the Acharya. Both. For in both, man perceives reality falsely. That's why he says, both are dream. This is to say, for those who have not realized truth, waking state is another state of dream. As in both, man remains rooted in unreality.
When he says the Acharya,
Shankaracharya. Because it is the state of dream, swapna nidriyos tulyatvat, or he may be translating the Gaudapada Acharya's meaning. Because the main Karika is by Gaudapada Acharya. Only that Shankaracharya has explained. See, the original idea is from the Gaudapada Acharya. Now, when one gets established in Turiya, just give up the attachment of the adjunct, body or mind. Mind is subtle body, body is gross body. That's why previously also we told we have to cleanse our mind. That is the main thing. Then only mind gets concentrated and it dissolves into Atma. It dissolves in the Atma. Only one thing is there, that is Atman, that is yourself. If you think that mind also is there, then two things are there. Ekame vadvitiyam neha nanasti kinchana atastayoho karya karana sthanayoho anyatha grahana agrahana lakshana viparyase karya karana bandha rupe paramartha tattva pratibodhata kshine turiyam padam asnute. Therefore, when of these two, namely Vishwa and Tejasa and Prajna, because Vishwa and Tejasa in one group and Prajna in another group, these two, the contradiction or contrariety which exists in the two states of effect and cause consists in the misapprehension and non-apprehension of reality, which is of the nature of bondage, of effect and cause, ceases consequent on the awareness of the Supreme Reality. When it ceases, on the awareness of the Supreme Reality. So always I tell, what? Be alert. Alert for what? To think of the consciousness. You should not forget. State of Turiya is attained. Tad ubaya lakshanam bandha rupam tatra apasyans turiye nishito bhavati ityartha. One does not see in Turiya the bondage of both, the characteristics mentioned above, misapprehension and non-apprehension. The sense implied is that one becomes established in Turiya. We are already Brahman, Atman. So, we have to uncover the ignorance. That is the main reason, cause. That we identify with this gross adjunct and the subtle adjunct. This identification we should remove by deep reflection, with full faith, shraddha, devotion to it, and with full dispassion, you should go ahead. Anadi mayaya supto yada jiva prabudhyate ajamanidrama swapram advaitam buddhyate tada. Is giving another solution. When the individual self sleeping under the influence of Maya in all the states, which is beginningless, the ignorance or Maya is anadi. But it ends when you get the knowledge. when you are established in knowledge. It is removed. That is beginningless is awakened. Then he realizes the turiya, that is unborn, sleepless, dreamless and non-dual. Ajo nitya shashvatoyam purano nahanyate hanyamane sarire. Even in Gita it says. Ajaha. It is never born. The Atman is not having any birth and death. That's why he says unborn. It never sleeps. So, yesterday we have quoted Name parthasti kartavyam trishlokesha kinchin nanavaptamavaptavyam vatteva karma. I am always engaged in action with the help of Maya. Actually the Maya does everything. He is only witness there also. But combined with Maya he says I. Anadi Maya supto. Since ages together, since birth together, when the creation started, what is your calculation? From that time onwards you are there. Actually, the dissolution or the creation, grass entering into the subtle, subtle becoming the grass, is called creation. We don't know when it has started. If you say, which is first, the seed or the fruit? What do you say? Eternal. But now we feel we are having a body. Because of that, I am feeling some difficulties. Early morning 5:30 I have to get up. I am in a sleepy mood. I want to sleep more, but I have to get up. What to do? And I wanted to take many spicy things. You will not be served. They say neti asama. Neti asama. As soon as you go out, you start doing everything. You get up at 8 p.m., 8 a.m. Eat whatever you like. All the yoga has gone with the winds. See, the mind of individuals, those who are not aspirants, I am not talking of the aspirants, their mind is, say, so much attached to the world, they see only the money, nothing else they see. Dhana moolam idam jagat. How to earn more money, how to study, how to get the degrees. Give the whole energy only for that. And here Shankaracharya says, Artham anartham bhavaya nityam. The money is a useless thing. Don't give mind for it. You think always, bhavaya nityam. Nasti tata sukhalesham. Not even a hint of happiness is there. You are having so much of money. You have put in the bank. You have got some paper, fixed deposit or something given by the bank. So many things are there. So put all of them below your pillow and sleep. You are realized? Huh? Can you realize? And while passing away, if you want to take the help of money, all that which you have earned, all the money put together in the whole world cannot increase your longevity few seconds. See. So, if you are an aspirant, artham anartham bhave nityam, and think of one's own self. So, the creation started. Now we know that we are having a bondage. This gross thing. We think that it is a bondage. We want to get rid of that one. Again, we don't want to come into it. For that only we are doing all the practices. We have been, when the mother of Shankara tells Shankaracharya, Are, you are only the one son. I want that you should get married. And a new girl will be coming into the house. She will serve me a lot. Then he says, in your previous births, you have enjoyed so many times all these things. Now you want to enjoy the same thing. Even then, she has not permitted. Then he has to do some magic to delude the mother. A crocodile caught my leg, you see, now if you give permission, it may leave, he says. Shankaram Shankaracharya. The Lord Shankara himself has become the Shankaracharya. Keshavam Badarayanam. The Lord Vishnu has become Badarayana. Sutra Bhashya Krutau. That is, the Vyasa has written the Sutras, Brahma Sutras. The whole Vedanta concised. And Shankara reads a commentary. I bow down to both. I bow down to both. So, the universal spell is under his control. So he can easily delude his mother. And says, all right, you have given permission, I am going. Especially those who are having mother, those who are having a wife, without their permission, he cannot go for sannyasa. Here we see Shankara taking the permission of mother. We see Yajnavalkya taking the permission of 2 wives. See? Without their permission, you may run away. How far you will succeed only the consciousness knows. If you take their permission, there is a guarantee that you will be succeeding. See? So better to take the permission. In Dwaraka, a big scholar came. What is his name that he is told about Brahma Sutras? Not that Mani Dravid, another Panditji came. From Mattur. From a big scholar. Avadhani something. Ashwatthavathani. He is explaining the Brahma Sutras in such a manner, even we cannot. Dealing so many subtle things. well versed with full commentary. But he says, I wanted to take sannyasa, but my wife is not giving permission. What shall I do? Huh? Some stumbling back, block. That is because he knows Anadi Maya Suptaha. I have been in bondage since birth together. Now I want to get rid of. But no permission. In India, we make a joke, you see. In olden days, but in West it is not the custom. All the the better half is always devoted to the husband. That is called pativrata, devoted to the husband. But nowadays it has become just opposite. Whatever wife says, the husband hears. Sit, sit, stand, stand. So, now what we have to tell? Patni vrata, follower of the wife. Just it has become opposite. But at least for sannyasa, because he is accepted, somebody as his better half, so he has to take the permission. No. Many are there, without taking the permission they do live, because the Shruti says, Yadhareva pravarjet, tadhare vivrajet. As soon as you get the dispassion, give up everything and run away. Otherwise, your dispassion will be diluted. Now you are having some burning dispassion. If you don't go, it gets diluted. It may rather disappear. In 1970, a boy was there who was coming to the ashram. Just then I went to the Ramakrishna mission and he asked the head of the ashram, I want to be a sannyasi. What Swamiji told, if this idea continues for 3 years, then come to the ashrama. That fellow never went to the ashrama afterwards. Vairagya diluted. So as soon as you get, that's why Sri Krishna says, Manushyanam sahasreshu kaschid yatati siddhaye. Out of thousands, one just aspires. He does. Etatam api siddhanam. If he is having that good idea, he is already siddha, he says Sri Krishna. Siddha. Etatam api siddhanam kaschin mam vetida. Because of the good idea that he is having. Good conception. So, anadi maya suptaha. Anadi maya suptaha. What he says? When the individual self sleeping under the influence of maya, that is beginningless. Now we know that this is a bondage. That's why try to get rid of from this by experiencing one's own self. When it has started, how it has started, why it should start? No answer. Because now we are experiencing, this is say proof. We think that we are in bondage, we want to get rid of. Previously I told, when a thatched hut is burning, nobody asks why it is burning. Who has given the fire? Why it has to be born? Let us decide. Afterwards we'll pour water means by the time everything will. So now we have already wasted so many births. So far we have already almost wasted without experiencing this self. Till we wanted to waste. So anadi maya suptaha, he says. Yada jiva prapudyate is awakened. Then he realizes turiya ajamanidrama swapnamadvaitam buddhyate, unborn. So, as the consciousness, you are never born. And there is no sleeping state in it. Aswapnam, there is no dream. And it is Advaita. It is alone. No second for it. Nothing above that, nothing below that. So, then only he will realize, gets established in Turiya. Yoyam samsari jivaha. See, when you say only one Atman is there, one Brahman is there, then where from this individual has come? Ekam sadvipra bahuda vadante matta parantaram nanyat kinchidasti dhananjaya. Besides me, nothing else is there in this world. Only one thing is there. Then how come the individual? In Brahma Sutras he says, it is a sport for him. Leela. So, what we conclude? That one consciousness, which you called Almighty, has become the individual. Tat suštva tadevanu pravishat. That's why Sri Ramakrishna says, mother wants sport, Leela. And after creation, she is not allowing the individuals to come near to her. She wanted to push into Maya. She wanted to see the sport. So, the householders, when the children they play, they see them and they feel very much joy. Same way. Why she has created, why she should create, no answer. Have been created. So get rid of the suffering. So there is no individual. That's why Gaudapada says creation is not there. See. It is only superimposition. Now he says, Yoyam samsari jivaha. He puts the he big. He, that Atman, that Brahman, the jiva, individual soul in samsara. Otherwise, how will you conclude? How will you experience the oneness? Yoyam samsari jiva sa ubhay lakshanena tattva pribodha rupena bijatmana anyatha grahana lakshanena. Yes. While asleep under the influence of Maya, which is at work from time, without beginning, and which has both the characteristics of non-apprehension, misapprehension of reality. It is of the nature of the cause and misapprehension. Sees in both the states, waking and dream. So he says, Tattva apradibodha rupena bijatmana anyatha grahana lakshanena cha anadi kala pravrittena maya lakshanena. Beginningless. This is illusion. Huh? Huh? In 16th, page 341. No, English portion must be 342. He's carried away by the stories. Forgot. Huh? There you see, in Kailas Ashram, morning class, nearly 125 Swamis and Brahmacharis they attend. And some may be sleeping late, so, but they are very regular to the class, because those who attend the class, they get good feeding. But they have to hear from the beginning till the end. But that fellow dozes. And by the time 2-3 sentences they go ahead. Yeah, where is the lesson? Where is the lesson? Yeah. So, but he is not sleeping, of course. He is not sleeping. Tattva pradibodha rupena paramatma ubhaya lakshanena swapena supto bhavati. You see, Tat is Brahman. Brahman not knowing Brahman. Just now I told, the only Brahman has become the individual. Two things are not there. Then Tattva Pradibodha means Brahman not doing, the Brahman not knowing. Paramatma, he says, the sub-commentator. Ubhaya lakshanena, that is, apratibodha and anitha grahana, swapena supto bhavati. So the Brahman is sleeping. Brahman is sleeping in the form of individual. You must be knowing the story. There is a good aspirant by name Satrajit. Satrajit is his name. He is a staunch follower of sun god. Because of his devotion, he has given a good crystal, money, to him. And that crystal also is so wonderful. Daily it produces some gold. That crystal? Gold. Sona. So somebody went and told Sri Krishna, you see, you are the king. And he is having that crystal. Because you are a king, you need money to take care of the kingdom. Why don't you possess that? But Krishna did not pay any attention. But this fellow heard. I think Krishna wanted this crystal. He just heard. After a few days, what happened? His brother, Satraj's brother, took that crystal and put in the neck, went to a forest on a horse. Went to the forest on a horse. After going somewhere, a lion came, killed his brother, and took away the crystal because it is shining so much. And the Jambavan, who was the staunch follower of Sri Rama, he is the son of Brahman. Jambavan is the son of Brahman. He thought, "Ale, this lion is taking something which is very bright. Just kill it and took it away." And gave to her daughter. A daughter. You see, this is a ball, you play with this. And here, the Satrajis concluded, Krishna has killed my brother and took away the crystal. Is blaming Krishna. This is in connection with the worship of Ganesha. On that particular day, we should not see the moon without worshipping Ganesha. But by mistake, Lord Krishna saw the reflection of moon in the milk while milking the cow. That's why he got the blame. Now what to do? He has not taken the crystal. He went to the forest, seeing the signs of the horse. After going somewhere, he saw a lion, dead lion. Then again he sees the footsteps of Jambavan leading to the cave. He goes there. 18 days he fought with Jambavan. And he won the war. Then only Jambavan realized, this is my Lord Krishna, came in this form. Then he gives her daughter and that crystal too. So through that Jambavati, he was having a son by name Sambhu. That fellow became little elderly and started mocking at saints. Mocking, that is, not respecting the saints. And that to Durvasa. Durvasa is the form of Lord Shiva. So he gave the curse. All should die. All that he is having, you see, 16,108 wives, each wife having 10 children. So they fought among themselves and died. They died. Why I am telling you, see, he is the direct son of Lord Krishna, but was deluded. He was not respecting the monks in Dwapara. So that is the power of delusion. And finally he says, it is my sport. The Brahman was deluded. Garuda was deluded. Sati was deluded. You know all the stories. That is, he is playing. And what he has created, the Tattva Pradibodha. Then only the sport will go on. If everybody realizes, immediately where is the sport? Tattva pratibodha rupena bijatmana anyatha grahana lakshanena. Those who work hard, they realize their self consciousness. Anadikala pravruttena maya lakshanena swapnena mamayam pita putroyam napta. He is my father, he is my son, he is my grandson, this is my house and fields. All this cattle belongs to me. I belongs to these. I am the owner of all these. I am very happy. I am in sorrow. Because the money is lost. I am dead. Like that. He thinks. But only after he is awakened, then he realizes that I am unborn, sleepless, dreamless and unaware. He, the jiva, individual soul in samsara, in the relative world, while asleep under the influence of Maya, which is at work from time without beginning, beginningless, which has both the characteristics of non-apprehension and misapprehension of reality. It is the nature of the cause and misapprehension, sees in both the states of waking and dream. Such dreams as, this is my father, this is my son, this is my grandson, this is my plot, there are my cattle, I am their master, I am happy, I am grief-stricken, I have lost on account of this. I have lost. I am lost. Afterwards he says, I am lost. Because my son died, because my wife died, I lost all the property. Then he says, I am lost. I am dead. He is living. And talks all nonsense, I am dead. River living. Because he has identified with the other things so much, he thinks, I am lost. And on account of this, I have gained vardhitasyanena ityevam prakaran swapnan sthanadvayepi pashyan suptaha. Like this he is seeing so many dreams and he is sleeping. Anad, the timeless, boundless ignorance. Now, anadi maya supta, when the individual sleeping under the influence of Maya is waking and you are telling sleeping, that he is explaining mamayam pita, that is the sleep. All the bondages he has developed with the relatives, with the money, other things, that is called sleep. Sleep of ignorance. So, the sleeping man alone has to be awakened. That is proceeding. Yada Vedanta Artha Tattva Abhijnanena. How to wake up or waking up is explained. Vedanta Artha Tattva Abhijnanena. So previously also I told, in Taittiriya it is told, Srotriyasya Chaka Mahatasya. That is the Vedanta Artha Tattva Abhijnanena. The truth proclaimed by Vedanta texts. One should know the master. And he should not possess any desire. Because he is a disciple, he will be giving something to me. I want this, I want money. I will take from my disciple. No desire. Without any selfish motive, you should help others. Serve. That's why Swami Shivanji says, first thing, serve. Serve how? Without any selfish motive. Seeing only the Almighty in everybody. Vedanta artha tattva abhijnanena parama karunikena. And extremely gracious teacher, he says. Guruna nasyevam tvam. Thou art not just a bundle of cause and effect, but thou art that thou art. Kintu tattvamasiti pratibodhyamanaha tada evam pratibudhyate. It depends on the teacher, how he awakens. If he is really experienced the Atman, no desire behind his teachings, he just wanted to help the student, then he realizes. He wanted to just help. He wanted to elevate the student. No desire behind his work. Nishkama bhava. So, and then nasitvam, how he awakens, he says, you are not this body, telling. When by an extremely gracious teacher who has realized the truth proclaimed by the Vedanta text, one who has experienced the truth proclaimed by Vedanta text, one is awakened through such instructions as the student is awakened. Thou art not just a bundle of cause and effects. Cause and effects are the impressions of the mind. Whatever type of impression you are having in your mind, accordingly you work. Even 100 people may say, this is not good for you, but you cannot escape. See? A thing that has to happen will happen. But with the aspirants, a thing will happen, but because of his concentration on the Atman, effect becomes less and less. 100% effect will become 20%. That's all. With the aspirants. He says, Yoga kshemam vahamyaham. Ananyas chintayanto mam yejana paripasate tesham yukta vibhaktivi yoga kshemam vahamyaham. I take care of them. Why? Ananyas chintayanto mam. He is always thinking of the self. Though the sorrows, difficulties, afflictions, they come, he will not feel so much. No effect. He becomes shock-proof. Apurimanam achala pratishtam samudramapa pravishanti yadvat tadvat kamayam pravishanti sarve. Everything comes and gets absorbed. Just like all the rivers going into the sea. No disturbance in this. That's why he says, the what not just bundle of cause and effect. So, what is the cause for your actions? The impressions that you are carrying in your mind. These things you have to remove by constantly thinking of the consciousness. Then one realizes thus. How? For one then realizes that there is no modification, external or internal or any change of state like birth, death, etc. in it, and that it is therefore unborn. See. How he realizes katham? Na asmin bahyam abhyantaram va janmadi bhav vikaro asti. Nothing external, nothing internal. There is no change. Ato ajam sabhahyabhyantara sarvabhava vikara varjitam. There is nothing external or internal, and it is unborn. So, ajam, nothing external, nothing internal. Internal, they are all the bad impressions of the mind. External, that what actions we do according to the impressions. Both are not there in the Atma. That's what he says. Yasmat janmadi karana bhutam na asmin avidyatamo bijam nidra vidyate iti anidram. You say that Atman is sleepless. He is not sleeping. Why? Janmadi karana bhutam. There is no cause for its birth. So, and the seed of ignorance, which is called the sleep, it is not there in the Atman. The sense implied is that it is devoid of all external and internal modifications because sleep, which is the cause of the nature of darkness, that is ignorance. Sleep is ignorance. Yesterday he gave the example. There is no darkness in the sun. There is no ignorance in your Atman. And which is the cause of birth and death, the cause of birth and death is absent in it. One realizes it as sleepless. Atayeva anidram hi turiyam atayeva aswapnam. Because it is sleepless, there are no dreams in both the states. And he says, agrahanam anithagrahana sambandha vaidhuryam. There, no misconception, misapprehension, non-apprehension. Both are there. Both are not there. That is why, yasmat, because sleep, which is the cause of the nature of darkness and which is the cause of birth, is absent. Because it is absent. Yasmat, anidram aswapnam. Ajam, that is why it is birthless. As that Turiya is sleepless, so it is as dreamless, dream being the cause of misapprehension of reality, because it is sleepless and dreamless, therefore the jiva, individual, realizes it as the birthless and non-dual Turiya self. Tasmad ajam advaitam turiyam atmanam buddhyate. All right. You are telling Turiyam Atmanam Buddhyate. The Jiva realizes it as the birthless and non-dual Turiya self. By that, what is you going to get? All the misapprehension, all the difficulties, all the grief, everything is removed. Is only happy and happy and happy. Huh? See the children, they are not having any duties. Just 1 year old, 2 year old. You leave them with some toys, they will be playing happily. You see the fish in ocean, so happily moving here and there. No burden. So Sri Ramakrishna says, the realized man, one who has experienced the Atman, is moving like a fish in the ocean of consciousness. Not worried for anything. You give away, you give your head, take. Give your bones, take. You eat this, eat. Whatever he gives. Last time also I have described you. How far you remember, I don't understand. I don't know. There was a saint. And the boys wanted to do some mischief with him. Especially the teenage boys and the young people, those who are below 25 and 30 years old. They never care for anything. They think whatever they want, they can do. So that is the age to convert your mind into the spiritual path, to divert your mind rather to say. So all the boys, there was a saint, Javadhuta, stark naked. And what they did, they mixed calcium with butter nicely and asked the saint, this is the butter you eat. Saint simply took. Nothing happened to him. And that fellow who gave, he started running stomach with blood, not stopping. Then the elderly people asked him, have you done any mistake? Yes. I gave the saint this calcium. Huh? Lime. Achha. Not calcium. Lime mixed with butter. So, calcium is also, of course, organic name, whatever it may be, in lime. And they asked, have you done any mistake? Yes. What mistake? I fed the butter and lime to that saint. Oh, you fellow, you have committed a big mistake. Now you will not be surviving. You have to die. Then somebody told, for his survival only one way is there. Just you have to lie down on the path. If by chance, if the saint comes by that way and steps on his body, then he will be cured. Otherwise he will not be cured. These things you see, from a day-to-day life and from with the scientific background, we cannot understand. Now you see, a concentrated mind and a mind with oscillation. The concentrated mind, it can read few pages and immediately understands. And the oscillating mind, reading again and again, sleeping, not able to understand. The mind is having such a power. In Patanjali Yoga, you will get so many things. Miracles you can do. And finally, everything is illusion. In illusion, everything is possible. Don't say how it is possible, because it is illusion. Mayayam sarvasambhava. Only one answer these Vedantis they are having. Anything can happen to anybody, because it is illusion. So, don't use your intellect. How it can be? Somebody eating somebody's. Got sick. Everything is possible. Now, the Hanuman, he has become Virat and took the sun as a Rasagulla inside. The same Hanuman becomes a small monkey, goes round the Lanka to say Sita. Anima, Gharima, Laghima, all these things are possible. How this Trailinga Swami, when he was locked in the jail, Trailinga Swami, he used to come out and walk on the terrace where there are no steps. So the jailer was very perturbed. If he falls down there, I will be put into jail. Again he brings him down with the ladders and so many things. He puts him, again he sits there. So, that is just say some 200 years back or even less, I think. Trailinga Swami in Kashi was living. That is the power. After experiencing the consciousness of your own self, you will get all these powers. But if you use them for your selfish motive, you are drowned. But if you use them for the good of the society, they will be with you. Best example I will give you, Holika. What is her name? Holika. That is the sister of Ravana. So, she did some austerities and Lord Fire appeared before her and he gave a boon. Even if you sit in the fire, you will not be burnt. But never use this for selfish motive, selfish desires. Then, no, this Holika is the Hiranyakashipu's sister, not Ravana's sister. Ravana's sister is that is another. So Holika is the sister of Hiranyakashipu. Then Hiranyakashipu was much difficulty. He wanted to kill Prahlad. He was not killed. Brahmaiva san brahmapyeti, brahmaveda brahmaiva bhavati. One who realizes he becomes Brahman itself. One who realizes Atman, he becomes Atman itself. Atman is not attached to anything. Nainam chindan disastrani, nainam dhati pavana, chainam kleden tyapona sosheti marutaha. This fellow does not know all these scriptures. Hiranyakasipu. Somehow he wanted to kill. Then Holika comes. You see, I am having a particular boon. So we will do one thing. But we will have a big firewood pile and I will sit taking Prahlada in my this thing. And you lit the fire and I will not be burnt, he will be burnt. And the opposite thing happened. She was burnt and Prahlada did not burn. Nainam chindan disastrani, nainam dhati pavaka. So the Atman cannot be burnt. Prahlada was one with Atman. He just left everything. Only chanting and chanting the name of the Lord without any oscillation of the mind. He takes care of. Why should I bother? He says. So, the Atman is completely detached. When you realize, you will get all the powers. But, again remember, don't use any power for your selfish motive. Swami Medhananda, as a young boy, he came to Sri Ramakrishna and he was meditating nicely and he got some power. He could see the inside of the mind of the persons, those who are coming. Who are coming to his master. Then he started telling, hey, you are a bad person, don't go. So Sri Ramakrishna came to know this. But don't utilize all these powers from now onwards. Stop it. Because you see, he seeing, because he knows the mind of a particular person. You are a bad person, you are a good person, you can come, you cannot come. Why all this? So, you need not go to Anima, Garima, Laghima. Even if you concentrate, your mind gets little concentrated, all the yogic powers will come to you. You read Patanjali Yoga. So many powers of the mind. But remember, they are all illusory. Illusion. These are all illusions. So, only one thing is real. Until and unless you realize that, all these things is futile. So therefore the jiva individual realizes it as the birthless and non-dual turiya. Now, prapancha nivritya, it says, cessation of the phenomenal world. That is, what is this world? The duality. Prapanchasya dvitiyasya satvat. Prapancha nivritya chet pratibudhyate anivritte prapanche katham advaitam iti uchyate. A very good question. If the awakening is to take place in the cessation of the phenomenal world, how is non-duality possible when the phenomenal world does not cease to be? Phenomenal world is there. Even I see it. Then how is non-duality possible? Then he says, Prapancho yedi vidyeta nivarteta na samsayaha. Maya matramidam dvaitam advaitam paramarthata. Same thing what we have talked. If a phenomenal world were to exist, it should no doubt cease to be. This duality is but an illusion. In reality, it is non-dual. Everything is illusion. Besides that, nothing is there. What you see, that is not there. What you don't see, that is there. Another thing. Huh? That means what you experience, the witness, that is there. You see the dream. You feel the sleep. I slept well. You are the seer of the waking state. So as a witness you are there. But in duality nothing is there. Somehow or other, our Swamiji says, you take out all your hairs, break all the vessels, tear off all the clothes, but realize, he says. Do whatever you like, but you realize. Ghatam bindyat, patam chindyat, yena kena prakarena, atmanam bindyat. Because you see, this is the struggle within of your own mind. Prapancho yadi vidyeta, if the phenomenal world were to exist, it should no doubt cease to be. That means it is not existing. This duality is but an illusion. In reality, it is non-dual. Satyam evam, think that the world is real. Now, Satyam, he says. Are you saying that the world is real or the world is unreal? Then he says, if you say the world is unreal, but we are seeing it, it is only belief, it is imaginary. If you say the world is unreal, then also it is imaginary, as a snake on the rope. So, if you say, are you asking the world is real or unreal? If you say the world is real, we say it is superimposed. If you say it is unreal, it is imaginary. In both the ways, he says, Satyam syat prapancho yadi vidyeta. Truly, it would have been so if the world existed like a snake in a rope. It is superimposed. Rajvam sarpa kalpitha syat natu vidyate vidyamanasche nivarteta. If it is exists, then it can be removed. Sometimes our teacher used to give an example. But a boy is holding a pillar. A boy is holding a pillar. And he is holding the pillar like this. Pillar is inside. And something has given to him in the hands. Now, if he takes off the hands, he wanted to get away the bondage, the things will go away. So he started weeping. What to do? Then somebody comes, take the things from him and releases him from the pillar and then again gives him. So, what is the bondage? It is of his own self. That's why I told you last time, monkey. It gets, puts it down and gets bondage. And these parrots, you see, they just tie a rope, small thread, very thin, and something they tie on that to eat or something. Then the parrots and come just hold the rope and immediately it turns back. Now it is holding the rope like this. Above it sees sky, nowhere. Below it sees the reflection of the sky. So it thinks, if I leave my hold, I will die. Then it was caught. Because it is toppled down, it is only space above and below. Oh, nothing is there. If I leave the hold, I will die. Because as soon, you see, very easily it can fly away. But it is afraid. And parrot is, you see, in this context, another thing I will let you know. Gaudapadacharya says, this is a means to experience your own self. What all I am telling is a means. So, a parrot was put in a cage or cage, what you call? Cage. So, some devotee was going on, chanting the name of the Rama. And the parrot asked, why you are chanting Ram, 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 Ram? I will be released from the bondage of this world. I am daily chanting Rama, Rama, but I was not released from the cage. What you are talking nonsense. Daily I am chanting Ram, 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 but I was never released. You see, you should utilize your intelligence. Means should be there to get away. Then, what is the means? The devotee says, tomorrow early in the morning, you just lie down, putting your legs up as if you are died. Just imitate the dying posture. So the owner comes and thinks that you are died, you are not breathing. Oh, this body dies. So he will remove the cage, gate, and as soon as he puts out, you run away. So, what is the means? Use your intelligence, discrimination, dispassion. Again and again I say, don't get that your mind gets rusted. Don't trust your mind. Utilize it, sharpen it, concentrate it. Why I cannot realize? In this very life I want. The zeal should be there. Then it is very easy, you will be working hard. Nahi rajvam bhranti buddhya kalpita sarpo vidyamana san vivekato nivruttaha. It was not there. So what you will remove? The world is not there. He says, it is imaginary. Naiva maya maya vina prekta tad darsinam chakshur bandhapagame vidyamana sati nivrutta. The magician will be showing so much of magic. It was not removed. It was not there. He says, Yatha idam prapanchakhyam maya matram dvaitam The whole thing is only just illusion. Rajjivan, Maya vivachya, Dvaitam, Paramatata, Tasman, na kasit prapancha pravurto nivurto va asti iti. Abhipraya. Had it existed, it would undoubtedly cease to be. The snake superimposed on the rope through a deluded observation does not actually exist or cease to be afterwards through discrimination. Nor does the illusion conjured up by the juggler exist and then disappear, as it were, on lifting the veil of illusion that was cast before the eyes of the spectators. So too, this duality called the phenomenal world is nothing but Maya. It is the non-dual that really is like the rope and the juggler. Therefore, the drift is that there is no such world which appears or disappears. I am existing, Atman alone abides. Only one thing is there. You are telling so much. Nothing is there. How could the notions such as teacher, the taught and the scriptures disappear? Now we are hearing. You are telling teacher is not there, scripture is not there, student is not there. What nonsense you are talking? That will be replied tomorrow.